Hi. Some people have been in touch with me and said, can you help us with the pronunciation of some of the characters' names? So I'll tell you how they come to me and how they sound from that region. Just running through them by family, we've got August Early and his wife Theodora, or Theo, and their daughter Catherine, that's easy. And then Susu and Serena. Their neighbor is Miss Susan Neville, who always seems to be a Miss Susan Neville for some reason. Then we've got the Dulls, and Maggie Dull didn't like her last name, so she does a faux French thing, and she calls herself Margaret Dulay or Maggie Dulay. She doesn't get away with that when she comes home. And her mother is Dolores Dull. Her brothers are Dalton and Baylor. And then we've got the Greavies. And people often get our big little girl there confused. Her name is Cadence. Cadence Greavy, not Candace. Cadence like rhythm. And her mama is Verlena. That's how you would say it where I'm from. Verlena Greavy. And her daddy is Bobby O'Greevy. So that's that family. And of course, Pam and Walker Crow are going to help her out. And I believe at this point we then get to the helpers and the doctors, and we've got Dr. Narduli. I don't believe any of the characters would know how to say his first name, so I don't really know. I think of it as Moatsam. That's how I would guess. That's how they would guess his name is pronounced. We've got Dee Dee Hips and her husband Curtis Michael Hips, and her mama is, or his mama is Jonelle Hips. We've got Bernice Kling, and some would say Bernice, and others would say Bernice. So either way, and of course her great good friend there is Cheryl, and that's how folks would say that French name instead of Cherie. They would say Cheryl there. So she's Cheryl Mead. We have Hazel Gurley. We got Katie Pearl, who I think that always goes together. Katie Pearl, and who else? Lana Hendren. We've got an aide at the hospice, Isa Oduya. I think that pretty much catches everybody. But the ones that people mostly trip on are Cheryl, Miss Cheryl, and Cadence. So if that's helpful, I'm glad. And happy reading.